Welcome, everyone, to the latest episode of the Testing Room, where four of the gaming industry's best video game consultants who have never actually consulted on a video game bring you new topics each and every week. As always, I'm Alex, aka the Gozfather.
I'm Christian, aka Sudowoodoo45.
I am Travis, Bro Baggins.
I am Preston, aka Fully Rested.
You are fully rested.
We
were worried.
Siesta.
We were worried for a minute there. We're like, oh, Preston's he's disappeared. He's gone.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
been
glad you
abducted by
called me.
aliens. He is gone forever because
Aliens.
typically he is on wondering like where everybody else is, but you were not here to record tonight, so we were not sure what was going on.
They know.
We were you were one more missed phone call away from me before I called your mom.
Cops.
On you.
That's supposed to call the police.
you were about to get a health check because
Hey.
usually you're on it and you weren't on it, so
Hour nap turned into
You
a
know.
3-hour nap. Who knew?
Yeah. So anyway,
But
we're
good for
back at
you.
you with a new episode, everybody. We have a couple of things this week. One thing though is we are back with our video game book club part 2, finally, of Final Fantasy 13.
Yes, sir.
So we'll dive into that later this week. Make sure you check in with that. It's been a long wait, so I'm sure it's something you're not gonna want to miss. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know your life. Maybe you don't like this game. Who knows? But either way, we are going to talk about that. So to kick things off, as we always do, we're going to dive into Preston's comment corner and see what's happening over there.
Yeah. We got a couple comments here. First comment is from Tori.
Tori.
This is a quote. If it's good enough for Tanya Harding, it's good enough for me. New favorite thing Alex has ever said. But in saying that, you totally jinxed yourself.
I don't recall saying that.
I
So
don't know.
it's
I kind of
Oh,
do.
I remember you saying it exactly. It was very funny.
But in saying
I'm
that,
not denying something I would say. I definitely said it. I just don't recall saying it. So
you totally jinxed yourself, and Christian will have the knowledge on the topic that you thought would handicap him in trivia. So that would be a fun episode. Tori.
Yeah, it was me talking about because I had won another trivia thing, as I am wont to do, and Alex was like, next time we do trivia, we need to do something that Christian doesn't know about. And I was like, I love the idea. The only way you can beat me is by kneecapping me or something along those lines. And you were like, if it's good enough for Tanya Harding, it's good enough for me.
in context, I stand by it.
What's hilarious though is Tori's got a point. If I end up beating you in TV, then I get to drive down to Atlanta and dick punch you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't know that you get to, like, I don't know if it's like a reward.
No, it's actually,
do.
unfortunately, you don't know this, but that is actually the rules of the trivia that Travis
That's
has.
a
Alright.
surprise next time you guys
All
see
right.
each other.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
All right. And then we got 2 comments from Nick. I was hoping the AI bubble would burst, but when I saw the demo of Kimmy K3 make its own game, testing them and debugging the code on frowny face. Final Fantasy 9 and 7 are my favorite Final Fantasy games. Also,
My main man Nick over here.
someone is in the right place. Yeah. So also, Hironobu Sakaguchi said that the Final Fantasy 9 was the closest to my ideal view of what Final Fantasy games should be.
He did. The father of Final Fantasy did in fact say that,
Did in
Nick.
fact say
That's
that.
true.
The timing of this comment couldn't be any better.
I know. Christian he tried to make up 2
I did not make anything up. No.
Before
Fuck
he
you.
got on
No.
this podcast.
This is- and actually,
so
not
first of all,
only is
Christian
this
doesn't,
real,
Christian
but
doesn't like to
Preston-
interact with anybody.
Don't talk over each other.
Christian doesn't like to interact with any human being in public, and he comes back
That's a
today
lie.
with 2 quote unquote stories where people interacted with him in public, and both of them had to interact about Final Fantasy.
Here's the best
9.
part.
And it's
Here's
just such like
This
a
tattoo
it's such
does-
like a this is how humans talk story. So anyway, Christian, take it
Here's
away.
the best part, you piece of shit.
Don't yell
is
at him.
that Preston has observed somebody coming up and seeing my Final Fantasy IX tattoo, and then also saying that it is also the best game in the series, and he watched it happen. So there's proof. And yes, 2 people
That's
did
not
say it
proof.
to me today, and you can go fuck yourself. You, your stupid blitzball, and stupid Waka, Mr. King of the Race War.
I don't deny this somebody.
And your stupid Pop Idol sequel and your stupid radio drama sequel, where all Yuna can do across the course of 3 fucking video games is not let one poor man die. That's it. Spoilers for Final Fantasy X, by the way. That's the whole game. It's just Yuna dragging some fucking poor soul for thousands of years. He's like, please, God, just let me be in the afterlife. And she's like, nope, you're coming back up. And just dragging him from the pits of the afterlife and shoving him in another body, just being like, you're stuck with me until I decide that I'm bored. And then I'll let you die again. That's it. That's Alex's fucking magnum opus, apparently, in video games.
I don't deny that somebody came up with, oh, what a great tattoo. I get that all the time. I was at the game this past weekend, and right before 2 people left beside me, they go, hey, just want to let you know, I love that FF10 tattoo. It's incredible. Right? I have no doubt that probably happened. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But what I'm telling you, they didn't say is people didn't come up to you and go, oh my gosh, I love your Final Fantasy 9 tattoo. It's the best game. 10 sucks.
I never said 10 sucks.
No,
you just added
you
that.
did.
You added that for no reason.
Preston, you were not here earlier. You shut up. You were sleeping.
His tattoo was getting commented on. Okay,
no,
she's a very
not
cute
today.
waitress. I was very pissed
not
off.
Today. You were not
single.
today. You were not. You were not here earlier when he tried to come in here and tell us the story from
Travis,
today.
did I say
where
that?
he said 2 humans.
I never said that they said 10 sucks.
You did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Because that's what I asked you. That's why I asked you when you should have had him record that to send to Alex.
No, I said no.
You said that.
I said that. No, all I said no.
Preach
all I
to
said,
these devils, Travis.
All I said was that they
best
said
if you wanted
Final
that.
Fantasy IX is the best one out of all of them. That's all I said.
Yeah.
Changing that tune now.
I know.
No,
this person is
you guys know
incredible. He is. You can't trust what he's saying.
No,
he's
Travis
a bad
is just
narrator
trying
of his
to get
own
out of trouble with you
story.
because he got your wife to dick punch you for no reason. No.
No, I'm telling you. See, exactly. Changing up the story. I have no doubt somebody said, "Hey, amazing tattoo. I love the game. Best game."
They said it was their favorite one and it was the best one.
People comment on my tattoos all the time.
No one comments on your tattoo of your giant furry. No, it's not real.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I can't contest. I was at the gym with Alex once, and there was 2 sets of girls that came up together and complimented the what he had.
That's because his balls were out of his shorts. That has nothing to do with his tattoo.
All right. Continuing on for next comment.
What a wild thing to say.
I like what GOG said after Sony announced no more physical media. Simple kind of insurance. Download the offline backup installer, save it to a disk, and keep playing without needing the GOG app or storefront permissions.
Sorry, all I hear is Bane in my head now, making fun of my testicles.
You funded my testicles.
Oh my god!
You really adopted the dog.
I adopted these balls. I was born with them.
These were molded by it.
My balls were molded by it.
I wondered what would break first. Your spirit
Oh, my
or
balls.
the fabric.
The fabric.
Oh, anyway.
Okay, sorry.
I cannot.
Are you ready?
I'm out of here.
You ready? We're good? So, second comment from Nick. Great show, guys. Hot take.
Okay.
If consoles die off when they hit $1,000+, it might be a good thing. No more exclusives. There is market competition. Steam, GOG, Epic. It's easy now to make HTPC setup, and people have even come up with clever ways to sell used games. Just make an account for every big game purchase, then sell the account later on the Game Key site. In fact, the only good thing consoles still have going for them is getting away from cheaters in first-person shooter games. But that is getting a lot rarer these days on good PC games. I would bring back Chrono Trigger, or Chrono, Tenchu, and Breath of Fire series.
Ooh.
I'm guessing this is his Would You Rather. Although Breath of Fire may be more of a Prevent a Bad sequel, since it was Dragon Quarter that killed it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't disagree with the take that if they got too expensive and they died off, it would be better as a whole for gaming. Some of the things you mentioned there are good things, and I could see where it would drive better market competition. So I actually agree with that take. I, on the flip side, would be sad to just see that part of the industry go.
Sure.
Right? Like that would, it would just be
yeah.
it would just be sad to see it like not be, even if I'm not buying brand new consoles or whatever, like I just seeing some of that fall by the wayside. But there are some positives that could come out so that I do agree with or understand there.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, to be fair, I think that we actually, you are actually a prime example, Alex, of somebody you've already been mourning the loss of consoles, sort of, in a way, because you've been going back now and buying old consoles and buying old games. And I'm sure we'll talk about this in our weeks too, but like Alex and I were just talking last night when it was just us on for a little bit, and we were talking about how or actually, yeah, it was yesterday when I was out and about, but Alex and I were talking about how, like, he even has been having a hard time with newer games that he knows he wants to play, and he's like, I just kind of want to go back to old, like, right? So I think that you've already been feeling that kind of in a way in general. But I agree with you. I think if I watched the console space like officially, it would be kind of like watching E3 die all over again, where it was like E3, we all knew, like, the writing was on the wall for E3 for a very long time, that
Right.
it was getting ready. But when it finally actually shut down, that was also still a bummer, right? Like, to not have it there anymore. So I would agree. I think the problem is while game purchases specifically, I agree with what Nick was saying, is that there's many storefronts, especially with places like GOG going the DRM free option, that if every gamer was forced into the PC space, like, it would force those launchers and storefronts to start competing more, and more people would go, like, if GOG all of a sudden got, like, 500 million users overnight, like, right, like, that's a huge amount. That's a huge boost for, like, more eyes on their store. They're probably able to get more developers to come in and put DRM free versions of their games on there. So I agree, like, if from that perspective, I do think that those things would be positive. I think the harder part is that then you're still running into the issue of, if somebody couldn't afford whatever the new Xbox or new PlayStation is, with the way PC part prices are going, you're also like, that's a pretty big, like, buy-in for somebody at that rate too, right? Like, if $1,000 is a bridge too far, it's like, well, dude, with the price of shit right now, like, you're still going to be looking at $1,000 to build a PC anyway. Now, there's obviously deals where you could go a little older, right? You could go secondhand. You could be buying from other people, and or partner with friends and stuff that are in the space, right? So there's ways that you could make it cheaper and could at least get your foot in the door for your first, like, gaming PC if you were that person. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would be bummed still, but I agree that there's definitely some good things that, like, what Nick was mentioning, that I think you could see, like, a huge boost in cooler things happening in the PC space for sure.
The industry definitely needs more competition, right?
Yeah,
there's not many
yeah.
exclusives anymore, but now we're going back to that with Sony pulling all of their stuff from being on PC. So it'd be nice to see more competition.
It's the only place you can buy
Mhm.
PlayStation games, and that's crazy monopoly. And it's like, that's kind of fucked as far as if you want to buy a PlayStation game. It's the only place you can buy one.
Yeah.
Well, like, the no more exclusive things, I actually do agree with too. I think that, like, I think that it's like a catch-22, because, like, if you have a console, then you are going to want to have exclusives to drive up those numbers, right? Like, we all lived during the fucking quote unquote, like, the console wars and shit, you know what I mean? Like, we remember all that stuff. Like, So that was what their main driver for sales was, but at the same time, from a consumer perspective, it always sucked because especially if you were not like the 1% of the population that was able to have all of the consoles all the time, which I personally never knew anybody who was able to get all of them. Um, but you with the, when you have those with the with the exclusives, like if they finally like do die off, I think that it would be better for people to finally be able to be like, you know what, thank God I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. Like I can just, a game gets announced and I can go in it. But like I think that when you don't have exclusives, you also see exactly what's happening to Xbox, right? Which is that people are like, okay, well, if I can get all your games on PC, or I can get all your games through the Xbox app, or if I can get all your games through Game Pass, Cloud Pass, you know, like all the other stuff, then why am I buying your box, right? Like, there's no reason for me to buy your console. And those people also have a point, right? Like,
well, I think they understand that too. I mean, we see Microsoft changing on the backside of
right. Well, that they're going back to doing exclusives, right?
Yeah, but they're also like bringing some cloud backward compatibility and some other stuff. So it looks like they're definitely planning for a future where people have moved away from their console.
I think what Microsoft is planning for is not even people moving away from their console. I think they're preparing to be done with the console space, period.
Well, we talked about that. We thought Phil wanted to do that 3 years ago. If you go back and listen to an episode, right?
Which they still might. To be fair, that could be one of the only things from the Phil era that they're trying to keep, right? Like I know that they're going, like whatever Project Helix ends up being is in development is going to come out, right? We know that that is a box that will exist. Now, what it looks like, we obviously don't know, but you know, there's rumors out there that are pretty clear idea. But after that, dude, especially, I think that the only chance of Xbox doing another console would be if, for whatever reason, Project Helix just completely just like explodes and does gangbusters for them. But I just don't see that happening. I think that it's going to not do well. And then, especially based off the way that Asha Sharma has been out there hacking away at the business, I think that you would see her easily make the decision to cut the entire hardware division.
You know, here's the thing that nobody's really talking about, though, that I don't think we've really talked about either, which is everybody's like, oh, when the bubble pops, you know, we hopefully things will go down in prices and it'll go back to the way it was. It'll make things more affordable. But what if it doesn't? Like, what if AI, like, you know, I know they're to the point where they still haven't found a way to make AI, they have still found a way to make money off of AI, right? So we know that so much of this is just forward fronting money to the artificially raising prices and everything. I get it. I'm not going to get into all that. But just what if we get to the point where AI being a standard part of life, maybe in a smaller factory, you have a couple of companies working on it versus every company working on it. But all of this does is it turns out that this is the price of hard drives from now until forever, or this is the price of RAM from now until forever. And if our minimum wage and other things don't compensate to a more living wage based on current inflation, people may not build computers as a hobby again. People may, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately, and I don't want to be like this big of a Debbie Downer, but I think that the history of this country has proven that chances are prices will not go back down. You might see a little bit.
People are paying for it. Why bring the prices down? Yeah.
But exactly. Like the problem is that like I think that we could expect to see like a tiny decrease, right? Like people being like, oh, the market's stabilizing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's never going to go back to what it was. Like when the days of us being able to go out and find like an old quote unquote, but like a new in box, like huge disk drive for storage, right? Like an older style, like not an SSD, but just like a regular like HDD
hard drive,
and go get like 4 or 5 terabytes for $50. That shit's dead. That's never coming back. They will never do that again. And same thing with RAM and all that other stuff. The same reason why, I mean, like, dude, look at fucking gas right now, right? Like, you think people have to keep filling up on gas. People have to keep doing these things. Even after all, like, 10 years from now, after everything is done, like whatever, and it all goes back to normal, blah, 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 we are not going back down to $2 gas. It's not happening. Because
I don't know.
Because these companies...
we were down... I want to believe that, but like we had gotten down to like 220 and 230 here, right? Like after years of COVID and other things where it was up into the threes and a little bit more. So like there is a chance that if we're sitting here in Atlanta at 330, we'll probably, your average won't be 2, but your average will probably get down to like 250, 260, which is less. But like for some of these other hardware components, they may never go down for a 4 terabyte hard drive down. I mean,
yeah,
you can find some for 150, rarely, but like they probably may never go down below 280, right? But then does that mean that more people are going to move to like tablet mobile gaming? Probably. And then what does that mean for a gaming industry, right? Like it's just everything is getting so expensive and unattainable. And I know, Preston, you said like people are still paying for it. Why drop it? But that's the thing, people aren't paying for it. You're always going to have a small number of people that will have the money to do whatever they want. That's why Disney can get by with their Disney Genie Pass, right? Everybody has, there's always people that have money, but there's more people that don't.
I think
so. Then how does that affect an entire industry?
Make the product like, hey, we're going to make a cheaper product because we can afford it. And then people will see that, and hopefully that will change the industry as far as the other companies.
Right. Yeah. To Alex, to your point, though, I think, yes, I do. Like, there's obviously a chance that I think people, like things might start to come back down. But it's only going to... There is no company is ever going to choose to make less money unless they have to. And so... even whatever price that we get on PC components, gas, groceries, whatever the fuck it is, after it's been spiked and people continue to pay for it, right? Like, because you say like, oh, people aren't paying for it, but like, as far as like new graphics cards and shit, like people are still going out and buying 50 series cards all the time. Like if you go through a Micro Center, people are still buying them.
But not like it was beforehand where you couldn't get 4s at all because they were sold out, right? Yeah. That's what. But so it's not the same. You can still go. You can walk into a store anytime and find one right now, which means less people are buying them. That is
right. But what I'm saying is that so whenever they do get to a point where they could lower prices, they're only going to lower them enough to where people feel like, oh, thank God. But whatever prices were before the AI bubble, we are never getting to again. They will never be that low ever again.
I agree with that. But there is a difference in making things affordable and making things unaffordable. Right now, we're at the unaffordable stage.
Yeah.
And it's unaffordable on both sides. It's unaffordable for consumers, right? Yeah. But it's unaffordable for companies. That's why Valve is sold out of everything they've made with the Steam Deck or the Steam Box, right? And like,
yeah,
they can't drop the price anymore. They can't make more because they can't get the components. So it's expensive on them. It's also expensive on the consumer. So you have a small
to be
number.
Fair, in that particular instance, they sold out within minutes.
No, but not to be fair, right? Because they made so few. If you would have made enough to supply demand at that price, they would have plenty in stock right now. I guarantee it. That's right. So like the only reason they are sold out on that right now is because they can't meet demand. But even if they could meet demand at current prices, they would not be sold out. So it's right now it's unattainable for many people on both sides. It may go down less. It'll be more affordable, but if it stays at this unattainable price, then what's going to happen, right? Say it never drops and it just stays at this unattainable price. What does that mean? Because companies will quit making boxes. Right. Companies will quit, or people will start going to mobile. And then that means a whole different experience.
I think, to be honest, in my opinion, if we start getting in mass mobile gaming, then at that point, to me, that's no different than a crash, right? Like you
have in mass. It just depends on how you define gaming. The mobile gaming industry,
right? Yes, like people more people are playing Candy Crush than World of Warcraft right now. Right, that's a fact. But I just mean, but yes, like,
but even monetarily, last time that I looked at the numbers, I think that was a $40 billion industry, which tied like everything else below it from like console and retro and below, right? Which is pretty impressive. But again,
why Microsoft bought Activision, King, and Blizzard is because they wanted it for King. It was not for
King makes all the money, right?
Yeah.
It will be the worst version of gaming because then everything.
Right, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Is that it's functionally no different than a Crash because you aren't going to be playing games, any modern games anymore. I won't. Travis won't. And Preston won't. We'll be playing old shit constantly.
Right.
And indie titles.
Yeah.
I just fear that things aren't going to come back down at all.
We
Not
will
even
see.
a little.
Only time.
We can't get out of
will
this
tell.
fucking conundrum.
Only
Look
time
at Preston trying to professionally divert this conversation to move on.
It's
I love
fine.
it.
No, you're good.
What if what?
Only time will tell.
No, you're good.
That's Comic Corn. Who's got a week?
Good comment. Thank you, Nick. I just want to say thank you, Nick.
Yeah, what's up, Nick?
Preston threatened us after the pod if we would have made Nick leave after the last one. We were all in trouble. So Nick, thank you for not only staying with it, but thank you for those very thoughtful comments.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I liked all of those comments.
1000%.
They were great.
Yeah.
They were great.
So I'm sitting here, just so we're clear, I have my watch. I start laughing because in the middle of Alex's speech to Nick, I get a screenshot from Travis that I see come through on my watch, and it's me sitting here with the bottle on my face, and Travis goes, "I've never wanted to be a bottle so bad."
Oh my god. Jesus.
I also said thank you,
like
Travis.
Travis, you could have just put that in the actual Discord chat. We have that up. I have
We
that
have our
up.
own
I
group
would have
chat
just
too.
seen it.
Whatever.
Yeah. You could have put it in
Sorry,
the
I
Discord
just
chat.
wasn't trying to distract everybody at once. I was trying to be semi-professional about it.
Just slide into
Well,
his DMs.
either way, I thought it was hilarious. Yes, I also agree with Alex, though. Shout out to Nick for being the hero that this podcast deserved. I thank you
And for
coming
sticking
in.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
and
worried
spitting
after last
straight facts.
episode.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you can just
What a hero.
anytime you want to drop any of your favorite facts about Final Fantasy IX,
Yeah, I know. Here we
Or-
go. All right.
or
have it.
another one is you could just say like any of the worst things about Final Fantasy X. You could drop that in there too.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
funny. Hope you choke on that bottle.
Man.
Damn. All right. Who wants to start off with their week?
Who's got a week?
I'll go.
Go for it, dog.
Do it.
Okay, so
You've had a big
obviously people can see I have moved. I am in a new space.
Mhm.
And I have a big bookshelf now. All my stuff on it.
All the goodies.
Yeah, well, most of my stuff. There's also all that stuff too, but yeah, so moved, and then I was able to, despite, I think we can all agree, everybody on this call, I think that despite God trying to stop me from getting internet, I was able to get internet.
Mhm.
And then from there being able to play some games. So I dived into so I want to say I paused on the Lunar remasters,
Okay.
not because there's anything wrong with them. I was having tons of fun, but our current book club game is also a JRPG,
Mhm.
and playing two JRPGs at once is brutal. It is very hard
can be.
for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
and so I was just like, I need something with a little bit more going on. So I was going to hop into Densha Attack, but Preston was playing our family share copy, and so I was like, oh, I don't want to go back and
Always
forth.
pop
I'll
up
figure this
Friday,
out.
but that's understandable.
I know. No, I could have done that, but I was sitting at my desk and I was like, I don't really want to do this right now. I don't know. And then I was like, oh right, Mina the Hollower came out. I was
Dude,
like, I need
we
to go
haven't
check
played
out Mina the Hollower.
We have it in the library.
So
Yeah.
downloaded that. I've been playing that, and I got one of the towers done
Oh,
so
shit,
far.
okay. All right.
So I did the graveyard one, for people who know about that one, and this game's great. Mina.
A
So
lot of fun.
here's the
Demo's
thing.
good. Demo's great.
Yes, here's my point of warning for people though. So Yacht Club Games, when they did Shovel Knight, it was like everything that you remembered loving about like old school platformers, right? But
DuckTales specifically, yeah.
yes, but done in a modern context. Like there was tons of modern things about Shovel Knight. It was just giving this like huge nostalgia vibe for games like that. Mina the Hollower is way more true to form to those older games than Shovel Knight was. Mean of the Hollow Earth does not tell you shit.
It's a Game Boy game. Like they mean to make that a Game Boy game. Like colors,
Yes.
everything. It's a Game
Well,
Boy game.
Yeah. And so you get in and like they tell you like, okay, you got to go clear all these towers to help the town do this, blah, blah, blah. There's a story. I just, it's new, so I don't want to spoil it. But you get in there and the game's like, okay, so go. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're like, is there one I should go to first? And it's like, shut up. Like, just go. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, right on. And I think that's great. I love it. Like, I was very happy with that. I was like, oh, damn, they're really just going for it. But yeah, so like the whole graveyard section, like as I was like figuring it out and going through all the stuff, I just kept being blown away where I was just like, damn, they are just wanting you to experiment and just figure this out. Like there is absolutely zero hand holding whatsoever. Past that, the music, the controls, everything about that game
Very solid.
is so fun. I've done like 4 boss fights now. I guess technically 1 big boss fight and like 3 mini bosses. Sure. And dude, like just everything is so satisfying. I think that all the puzzles that I've had to do, like any little like side quests and stuff, everything has just been super, super fun. And the writing is super clever. Like one of the side quests I had in the graveyard was this guy who he was like, I'm trying to be reunited with my wife and, blah, blah, blah. She's on the other side of these doors, yada, yada, yada. So you're like, oh, okay. So you figure out how to get in there, open this up, you get in. And then there's just like an open tomb and he hops in it and he's like, all right, I am finally with my wife. He's like, thank you. He's like, just do me a solid. Go ahead and close the lid on this bad boy, and I'll give you your reward. And you're like, okay. And so he tosses out the reward. You close the thing, and then you can go and like interact with it a bunch of times after that, and you can keep talking to him. And there's a couple times where he's like, oof. I think that I have distinctly underestimated the amount of no air that's inside this tomb or whatever. And then he's like, it's okay though. It should be fine. Like everything's going to be okay. And then this is just like dead right after that. And you're just like, well, that is fair enough. But yeah, so that game's been great. I was really, really digging it. And I am excited to keep playing that. And then afterwards, I will probably be moving on to Densha Attack. And then there were some other games that came out. Well, one game that came out and then a beta weekend. But so I got the new Avatar fighting game.
As did I. It's very good.
Yes.
Great.
Man, this game has got the juice, dude. Mm-hmm. Like the all the combat animations, the characters, the attention to detail on the characters too, like every single character has a different mechanic that ties into them personally with how they are in the show, right? Like it's such a good, like I'll use an example is the one that the character that I picked, which is Azula. And she has 2 different modes that she plays as. Her focused mode, which is how you see her in a huge chunk of the show, which is very calm, like direct, calculating. And so in this mode, she has access to tons of different moves, like a full thing. She can dash twice. She can do all of this stuff. And she is just like lethal. Mm-hmm. But if she loses, she goes into Fire Lord Azula, which for those who haven't seen the show is towards the end, she goes batshit crazy. Yeah. And she loses a bunch of moves in this mode, but the moves that she retains or gains are so insanely high damaging that if she touches you, that's your ass. Like she's going, like you're getting in for big damage. And I like just that kind of attention to detail in a single character is insane, but then they do that for every single one. Like every character has a gimmick that is tied to them, which is cool. And so I went through, I did the story mode to unlock the 2 extra characters, and then did some online sets as well. Netcode feels great. I think that my only complaint with the game is that I wish, so it's missing a ranked mode right now. So if you get online and just run sets, you're just running sets, right? Which is fine. However, I wish that the sets would stop at best of 3, right? Like that's how most fighting games are. So like if I win 2 in a row, then I'll move on to the next person, and that's how it goes. Avatar is right now, you will keep playing the same person until you say I don't want to play this person anymore, and then you have to quit and re-go into the online mode. So I've just been doing it manually. If I win 2 in a row, then I quit, and if I lose 2 in a row, I quit. Like it's just, or 2 total, I should say. I just do that manually, but I wish that they had something like that in there. Other than that, this has one of the best training modes I've ever seen.
Incredible. The breakdown, the slowdown when you're doing combo things is the best way to learn how to do a combo ever.
Yes, for games that I hope that this somebody makes this like the standard across all fighting games. So Travis and Alex, for you guys, so what happens in Avatar is if you go and start doing the tutorials for any of the characters to learn combos. Normally in fighting games, what'll happen, like for example, Street Fighter, it puts the combo on the screen, and then you can watch a demo of it. Like you can watch the character do it to try to get the idea in your head. But otherwise, it's just you just trying it over and over again, like each step.
I've seen you play around with that.
Right. So in Avatar, what they do is there's this separate mode that you can launch into called Breakdown, where time slows down and it stops for each move. And it says, now, like if the combo was like jump, light, medium, heavy, and then like the chi button, right? It'll go, the character will freeze and it'll say jump, and then it'll show the button. You press it, your character will jump, and then it'll go okay, and then freeze frame. Here's where you'll press light. Here's where you'll press medium. Here's where you'll press heavy. Here's where you press the flow button, right? Like it does it for each step and pauses each one, and then almost like a rhythm game, it will restart, and you keep doing that, and you just keep doing it over and over again until the timing gets to be as such where it pops up and says perfect, perfect, perfect,
you can push
perfect,
past
perfect.
the slowdown. Like if you're actually doing it properly, like it's not going to slow down for you. So like it'll slow down to the point where it's like this is where you press it. But if you're going like, okay, I got it now, you can just go through the combo and it's not slowing down for you anymore because you finally have gotten the actual timing.
And then it's right, and then it becomes muscle memory. It's incredible. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, dude, this is the only way that I want to learn combos now. I think learning them any other way is dumb. This is so like, I hope that they make this in more fighting games. Awesome. The story was cool. It was all right, like it was fine. I think that it does the same thing that most fighting game stories do that were based on an existing property, which is that events happen in the story.
It's a different
world. Then but it's done in like a weird time dimension, and then it gets corrected, and then everybody goes, man, that was crazy, huh? And then that's it. And that's or it's like now our memory's been wiped, but this thing happened, like that kind of stuff. But in general, it was cool to see all these characters kind of,
for $30 game. I'm surprised they gave us a story mode, right? So
that's honestly that's the truth too.
Fighting game.
Yeah, so I really, really liked that, and I cannot wait to continue to play more of it. I think next week or this coming week for the fighting game tournament, I'm definitely going to
we're popping in for
do the Avatar bracket for sure. I think that'll be fun. And then the other game that I played was Tokon. At the time of this recording, is having its open beta weekend. By the time you're hearing this episode, it is too late. It is already over. But don't worry, the game comes out in like 10 days anyway. But speaking of another game that's got the juice is Tokon. This game is real good, and they have listened to almost all the feedback that people have been giving over the last couple of betas, and now I think they actually have something like real real special
Very
here
solid.
that people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun. The only complaint that I have that I hope is in the final release and we'll see is I just wish there was a way to turn off the auto combos.
We'll see if there's an option. I'm sure it's when it gets released. 'Cause I did play it as well. Like, I mean, Blade's fantastic. I've been enjoying Blade, Shuri, Ghost Rider. But yeah, I. What you're doing is you have your, like Christian said for Avatar, you have your light, medium, and heavy attacks, and then you have like your assist button, and like you have some combos you can do outside of that with the triggers. But if you're mashing a light, medium, or heavy, and you have enough bars, like fighting games have bars as far as like you can now pull off a super move if you
Yeah.
do enough damage or do enough blocks. If you're mashing, or not mashing, but if you're doing a light combo, if you continue to that light combo, it'll go into the first bar depletion of a super move. Same thing with medium, same thing with heavy, as far as like you'll get different depletions. So if you're sitting there like, man, I'm doing awesome with my combos, and you're used to something like Street Fighter or Avatar or anything other fighting game, you might forget to stop pressing that combo, and all of a sudden you're going to a special move. Now, a lot of people will say, probably, possibly, that you want to do that, right? Like, why not get the most damage output? But maybe you're wanting to do something else with it, right? Maybe you're wanting to hold that off and wait for closer to the end of the match, to where that will most likely lead into a KO rather than just damage depletion.
Also,
that's the weird thing about it, though, is like pressing those, also you're going to a special move or a finisher. Like, I did not mean to do that. I was just doing my combo. I was just pressing the hit button, and all of a sudden now I'm doing a special.
But also, most of the time when that happens, it's not the most damage that you can get because the game scales down. Now in this particular build, they scale down the damage for auto combos compared to
sure. So rather than pressing
your custom routes that you do, right? Yeah. So which is how most games do it right now. In the previous builds, that was not the case. Tokon did not care if you did custom routes versus the auto combos, you were getting the same damage every time, which is why people were getting pissed. I personally, I am in the camp of people that I think auto combos are an amazing, good addition to fighting games, and they should be in every single one. Because when you are a new player and you've never played fighting games before, and you just want to sit down and press buttons with your friends, auto combos help you feel like you are doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So like, I think that they're great things. But if I'm somebody who's trying to learn the game, it becomes difficult when I can't turn them off, because there's some times where, to Preston's point, I'm not paying it. Like, I haven't looked at what my meter is at, and I'm not 100% sure. And so I'm sitting here just getting ready to do a combo. And if I do 3 heavies in a row or whatever, or something, and then I go right into a super afterwards, I'm like, well, God damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. But
whatever they want you to do, I don't know what it is, but yeah, whatever they want you to do, they want you to stop that combo and do something else, which is wild, because like even going from the light combo and like, okay, I want to do light stuff. Well, let's move to medium or heavy punches, whatever you want to call it. That will still lead into that other combo. So like, you got to figure out what you want to do, and what you want to do in a fighting game is not stop attacking. So what am I going to do at that point? So maybe it's just something I need to figure out and kind of go forward with. That's a new thing I need to figure out how to roll with when I'm playing at this fighting game. So it's just, I got to figure out how to do the combo and not do my super, but continue to fight without getting a pause to open it up for someone else.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing is like, yes, the answer is to sit in the training room and look up and like figure it out and do the combos, right? But
of course,
there's sometimes, especially even in the locals that we've been to recently, right? Like, there's times where if I'm in a situation and I am doing like, sometimes I will panic and I mash. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to get this button out, I'm trying to do this out, right? In Street Fighter, that's not a big deal, because if you are in classic controls, auto combos can't come out, so I'm not going to accidentally blow out a level 1 when I'm trying to do something, right? Whereas in this, if I'm like trying to, like, oh, I need to get out of this, or I'm I'm trying to do these lows, or whatever it is, and then I do 3 lights in a row, and then it leads into this like a level 1 or something. It's like, well, fuck, that's not, But yeah, but that's that's just a minor nitpick. In general, I think that. Which and to be fair, when the final game comes out, they could totally have that fixed. But otherwise, dude, I think this beta was really, really, really fun. I loved all of the new characters,
They
everything.
even put story mode in the fucking beta, which I thought was crazy.
They did. They let you play. They let you play an episode of the story mode, which is cool. Also, as somebody who is not a big comic book person at all, like I'm not very familiar with a lot of the
dragged into the movies, so everyone knows.
Yeah, but like not a big I've never been aware of like the like let's call like the minor league characters, right? Yeah. So I was never aware of the character Magic.
Yeah, Magic's dope as fuck.
And I want to formally apologize to Magic and all of her fans. I was not familiar with her game.
Shout to Jake.
To be fair, a lot of people playing that game that like Marvel won't know Magic either.
Magic is becoming more popular. Rivals, I think, kind of helped that at least a little bit.
Right, but just because you're playing Rivals doesn't mean you're going and reading the comics. Like most people probably don't know Magic either. And maybe if you went and watched the
New Mutants.
the New Mutants that they did, which was not highly rated at all, you probably don't know Magic.
Yeah. God, Magic is an awesome character. She's so fucking cool.
Yeah, so all I was in this game, she's badass. And I'm not 100% sure, but Preston also agreed with me that he thinks it's pretty close. So I obviously put all the voices in Japanese because I'm a weeb. And her voice actor in this game, I'm almost positive, is the same voice actress for Baiken in Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah. And I was like, well, this is big weird. Sword girl with angry voice. Sign me up.
That's weird that you put it in Japanese because that's like the one property you shouldn't put in Japanese. Like it.
To be fair,
I disagree. It is an American property.
I play in English, and it's pretty good. But I was watching Christian play it, and those Japanese voice actors are doing a fucking job. Like they're really good.
The reason I disagree, Alex, is because Arxis is obviously a Japanese company, but all of the designs for the characters that they've been doing are Japanese variants of all of these characters.
Okay, just like in the look, because
I guess.
Well, the looks, for sure, 1000%.
Okay, well, because it's all English American property, right?
Oh yeah,
so it's funny.
But I'm saying, but like for the costumes, right? Like you saw like the Iron Man one for this, like it is a Japanese version of Iron Man.
Yeah. He's got the whole like pointed like forehead symbol kind of thing going on, and he's it's like a
Sentai like a Ranger, yeah.
And Blade just looks like Nagoriyuki, so.
He does. He very much does.
Without the helmet,
yeah. But yes. So what I was gonna say though is that I had 3 characters that I knew I wanted on my team. Doctor Doom, because his swag in Tokon is undeniable. He's just dripping with style.
He is. He's very cool.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, and then my 4th, I was like, I really just didn't know. I did not know. I was like, I don't have anybody speaking to me.
I was like, bro,
I don't know.
Magic.
So then I was like, oh, I'll try Magic. So I put Magic on there, and then I did her combos, and I was like, actually, I have rethought my entire team. She is going to be my main now. And then everybody else will be supporting her. She's cool as fuck. Yeah. Her super is radical. So Alex, to your point, you were telling me this last night about some of the like Magic's abilities or whatever. So her super in this game is that the first part of her super is that she installs and she turns into like some like I'm assuming like her demon form, right? And her sword changes too, so it's very cool. But then when you do the super while she's in that form, she basically like shoves somebody into the void. It looks like, or like her
realm or whatever. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. And then just beats the shit out of him. But then slams her sword down and summons like some crazy ass like fire hydra
serpents.
To just to eat like the person or whatever. It's very cool. It's very awesome. And I was like, I mean, dude, this is a wrap. But yeah, so she's definitely on my team. But yeah, that's it. That's it for my week, man.
You mean you didn't watch a movie or go do something?
Oh yeah, true. Travis and I watched the new Avatar movie. And
you watched another movie
very
too.
good. Huh?
You also, I'm sorry, continue on the Avatar movie, but you did watch another movie too.
Oh yes. Sorry. Yeah. That's true. We did do that too. It's been many weeks.
It's been a hot minute.
So yes, Travis and I watched the new Avatar movie, and it was very good. I liked it. I think that there are people that are upset about the movie's runtime. Apparently, like they think it's too short, and it kind of like
it's a little over an hour and a half, I think.
That's what I thought too.
It's a good movie length. That's what I like. Yeah.
So I wanted to bring this up because I thought it was so funny because Travis and I finished the movie, and we both were like, "Man, that was a really good movie. Like we both had a great time. The animations were great. The fight scene was cool, or the fight scenes were cool."
First thing I've ever seen Avatar related, and it was great.
And oh my god! And he even said,
"Watch the show."
He even said that it made him. Yeah, he even said that it made him want to go watch the show.
Yeah, you need to. Before the movie.
And I was, and so, but I was like, yeah, it's great, all this other stuff. But then we had a great time. I get online later that night, like when I was laying down, and I was seeing like all these people being upset about it, and I just was like, man, this is like, there were some people who were like, oh, it doesn't make any sense, and you're just like, dude, shut up. I don't know. Like there's sometimes where I think that obviously if there's something like legitimate criticism or whatever, I think that's what we do here, right? Like that's literally what we do. So like that's fine. But there's sometimes where I'm just like, I come away from an experience and I'm like, yeah, man, I had a good time. That was cool. And I obviously went in with like no expectations. I wasn't like I was expecting to watch like an Oscar winning movie or something, but I just was like, I like Avatar, I'll watch it. And then to come in, I was like, damn, I guess Travis and I are in the minority. Apparently, like, most people are upset about this movie or whatever, saying it's too short. They don't feel like, they got enough out of it or anything else. And I was like, I guess, man, I don't know what else you were like. I don't know. But then, yes, the other movie that we saw was that, and this can lead into Preston's week, but Preston and I went to go see The Odyssey.
Yeah. Not in 70 millimeter, but yes, we went to go see The Odyssey.
Not in 70 millimeter. We saw it in regular IMAX, right?
Laser.
We saw it in laser.
It's probably good you didn't see it in 70 because everything I read about 70 is that it looks great, but you will lose hearing.
Oh, the hearing, the sound was also deafening
control at all
in our theater too. Like the bass is out of this world as far as that theater.
Oh, dude, when there was I don't remember the scene, but there was one moment where it was so, like Preston and I both looked at each other like, God damn, dude,
it's
like
a little hard in the volume. Yeah,
something I read. Something I read was like, if you have AirPods or something that go into transparency, like take them with you because if you're sensitive to like super loud noises, which Allie and I even get that way sometimes when we go to soccer games, we have like loop earbuds that can dampen noise. They're like, you will need them.
Yeah, that was my issue with Dune Part 2 is that it was way too loud, like insanely way too loud. Like I think that's ruining the experience by how loud it is. Like I even like reached out to like one of our old friends, Matt, and I'm like, I need help figure out proper like earplugs that actually lets me hear, but also like doesn't like stop it, but like just dampens the sound. Because he's like a big like audio engineer guy. So like for concerts and stuff, like people will have those earplugs that I'm thinking about getting because Dune 2 was too much, The Odyssey was too much, and it's just
look at the Loop earbuds if you're looking for like consumer good prices.
As far as filtration,
yeah, some of those things were some of those theaters in 70 millimeter were tested like 120 decibels.
It's too much, man.
90
it's bad for your ears.
90 is like bad. That's like concert level for 2.5 hours. Yeah,
dude, I feel bad because I this is how I know that my ears are bad is because when I was doing the metal band thing for a very long time, I did not wear ear protection ever, so my ears were trashed, and they are now still. And so there's plenty of times where I go into something and people will be like, oh my god, this is so loud or whatever, and I'm like, this doesn't really bother me, and I'm like, that's a bad sign
because you have ear damage.
Oh yeah, I know I'm damaged. Yeah. Oh dude, I mean,
sign.
The amount of times that I have had somebody like try to say something to me and then I go, huh, every time. It's I mean it's been this way for a while. But even there was like I said, there's this particular scene like where it's like pretty bass heavy, and there was this particular part where even Press and I looked at each other like we were like, fuck, like that is loud.
Yeah. So
but yes. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, yeah, if he's done, then the Odyssey was good. The Odyssey was great. The people in that theater were not as great because we didn't go to an Alamo Draft House. And on my way out of there, I was pissed because like people talking, that's one thing, right? But like if you're talking during a very emotional scene that I'm like getting very involved with, like I'm entranced in the movie. I'm like, damn, this thing's happening. I don't want to spoil what it is. I know it's a 3,000-year-old fucking whatever or something like that story. But there's a part with the dog. It's very like, sad, like, it's very heartfelt. And like, I'm like getting emotional. And this motherfucker's like, I'm like, motherfucker, like I am into this. I am upset. And like, you are just dragging me out. So I go, please. And I look back behind myself and like, they stop for a second, but the rest of the movie just keep on talking. So as the film finishes,
that's why I can't go to movies anymore, man.
Unless we go to Alamo Draft House because they will kick people out of the fucking theater for that kind of shit.
Everyone is their own. It's their
fucking living room. Yeah, it's a goddamn living room every time.
Today. I can't.
So when we got up at the very end of the movie, like the credits are rolling, me and Christian get up. I turn around, like, appreciate the auto commentary, pal. Fucking awesome. You're great. And as you're walking out, like the wife and the husband are looking like, oh, that's fucking weird. He said that to us. And I'm like, you're a fucking prick. As we walk out of there, like, dude, I was pissed. Christian's like, he got you good. Like, dude, I'm in a fucking mood. I don't know what my deal is, but fuck that guy. I drove almost 2 hours down here to see a movie, and this motherfucker wants to sit here and giggle during a fucking like a dog scene that I'm fucking getting upset about. I'm like, fuck you. I was so fucking pissed.
He was hot.
So Preston, what happened? What happened from between the I don't ask people to move out of my seat and I would rather sit in the front and look up and break my neck to this one?
It's a different situation, completely altogether.
But you got worse seats that you. You got worse seats that you paid for the
so
last
a family
time.
can enjoy the same row. Like that's not a big deal to me. Someone talking during a very emotional scene with a dog, for me, like that is like they were talking the entire movie and I was kind of like just holding it back, like it's not that big a deal. Like most of the time it's very loud, I can't hear them. But like this is a very quiet scene with the dog, and if anyone who knows the movie, they know what I'm talking about. But there's a dog scene towards the end where I'm like about to cry essentially, and this motherfucker is like whispering, not whispering, speaking out loudly to their partner and like giggling a little bit, and I just fucking lost it, man. I don't know. It was also the emotional like feeling I had during that scene, which didn't help the situation, but yeah.
Why didn't you just go out and get an attendant?
Because they don't fucking care at an AMC. They don't give a shit.
Sure they will.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Especially towards the end of the movie, they don't give a fuck. So like at that point, I was done with it. I'm going to Alamo Draft House from now on. That's what I've been doing with my other movies. It's just that was like when I was hanging out with Christian. It was like that was the time and place that we could go to see a movie. But this coming weekend when I go see Spider-Man, if Christian wants to go with me, we're gonna go to Alamo Draft House. That's what's fucking happening. So that way, if people are talking, I can be like, little QR code. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker's talking. Kick him the fuck out, and they will. And I'll be happy about it.
Should have ejected that guy yourself.
It was.
I was thinking about it. But I'm like, I don't want to ruin the movie for other people who are outside the viewing / listening area, right? I don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, stop talking in the middle of the movie. It's just, it ruins it for everyone else that cannot hear this jackass talking.
Yeah, Preston was hot there. I was like, we got out of the theater and he was just like, woo! He was revved up.
I may have like hit a wall on my way out. But yeah, I was very upset. I needed to exert some aggression. And
I love when Travis.
I haven't hit anything in a very long time.
You may have hit a wall, or you punched a wall.
I didn't punch. I hit
metaphorically, or you hit a wall. Like
oh no, I literally hit a wall on the way out because like I felt like I wanted to hit something. I didn't want it to be that guy.
Friendo,
he's hot.
All right.
I was in a mood that day.
You can't get that angry in public, man.
I did it to a wall and not a person. It's fine.
Yeah, not your wall. He did it to somebody else's wall.
It's a movie theater. They'll be fine. They didn't do anything.
Nicole Kidman would not be happy you did that to the AMC.
Fuck the AMC.
Yeah, and then and then we got little sliders after that. And,
we did.
And Preston
it was a good time. Yes, yeah. It was altogether a good time outside that jackass. But so when we watched the movie, that was great. As far as my games. I have played a handful of games actually. So on Star Wars Sundays, which you can watch on twitch.tv/testingroomlive, we're doing some Power Wash Simulator 2 with that Star Wars DLC that Travis got us. So big shout out to Travis.
It's very chill.
It is a very good chill stream. I found some copyright-free music to put in the background too, so that way we don't get copyright stricken. Because there is no background music. I didn't think about this, but every time I play Power Wash Simulator, I've played the first one a bunch with a couple of friends. But there's no like background music. Like they don't do that kind of thing. And you would think maybe Star Wars, maybe put John Williams or something there. Or like the second level we had, which was the Mos Eisley Cantina. Like, oh, maybe they'll put some jizz band in there, and we'll be good and have some like.
So what kind of band was that?
What kind of band is that?
So what's called? It's a jizz band.
Is it though?
Yep.
You didn't need to say that. You could have said jazz and everybody would have gone.
Nope,
yeah, no,
because it's Star Wars and it's
about.
called jizz. So, apparently Star Wars has walked that back. But
I was so mad during the stream.
I love that Star Wars is walking that back, but Preston's like, nah, we're bringing it back. We're not letting anybody take it away from us.
I was so mad because I get in the stream this morning with Preston. I'm watching him, and it was just like the chillest, most like vibeyest music.
It's a good playlist.
And I was like, damn, Power Wash Simulator. I didn't know you had it like this. Like I was like, this is very nice. I could totally see myself cleaning to this stuff. I was like, dude, this soundtrack. And then Preston was like, oh yeah, dude, that was picked by yours truly. And I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, all right, Preston needs to clip this out and then send this to the developer and be like, hey dog, this is, you need to put this in your game.
You don't have to fucking pay anyone to put this in your game. But I have a feeling that Power Wash Simulator realizes that people, when they're playing this game, because it is what you're doing, like you're just power washing shit and it's very chill, they probably realize that people are either doing it with friends or they're listening to a podcast / music while they're playing this game, right? It's not a short level. You're doing some monotonous tasks as far as finding all the cleaning specks and sparks. Like when I was doing that at right, like that fucking AT walker. Like we're getting the undercarriage and there's like little minuscule things. I'm trying to figure out like a 99% for like 15-20 minutes, trying to figure out which parts I missed in this fucking walker. And it's like, oh, it's this little section down here. I'm like, I don't fucking see it. So I'm just trying to clean as much as I can, get little specks here and there. That's not like adding to the 99%. But yeah, Power Simulator is great. It has been for a very long time. 2 is great, and the DLC for Star Wars has been phenomenal. So we've gotten the 3rd level done, and we'll be continuing on after that with some more Power Wash Simulator because it's a good chill stream, and then we have a lot of fun banter in the chat, if you will. So we'll watch. Feel free to watch that VOD. Other than that, I have played more Terratech Legion. I finished all of the level 1s of all the main planets, which are 4 or 5. Unlocked all of the riders, if you will, or vehicle people. And then now we got level 2, so it's harder difficulties, things like that. Just kind of going through. Great, still great. Still my Vampire Survivors placeholder. As far as I want to put something on the background, I don't care to listen to what I'm watching. As far as like the game, I'll watch and listen to what I'm doing over there. We'll have fun with Terratech Legion. And then I started playing Densha Attack. So shout out to the person in our family share who bought that for us. That game is a Game of the Year contender. Like it could be number 1 right now for me, possibly. It's incredible. So you are this lady who has a train in this fictional world. She does delivery services, but you are doing like Tony Hawk flips and tricks off of different tracks and things like that. And it's fucking incredible. The soundtrack is insane. I'm pretty sure at least the one of the shop menus is just the same artist from Ollie Ollie World. So I'm getting Ollie Ollie World vibes. I'm getting Tony Hawk vibes. I'm getting Jet Set Radio vibes. I think if you are a fan of that old school Jet Set, Crazy Taxi, Dreamcast era, this is your game. I am surprised that Christian has not put more time into this right now. It is an incredible game, and I'm having so much fun with it. The boss battles are incredible. Like I was sitting there. There's like some like baseball chick to where it's like we're doing a train, but her train has like a giant like ball pitcher, like from those pitching machines, but it's huge. So the balls are like half the size of your cart. But what you're doing is you're going around a circle, And when she shoots one of those balls at you, you have to jump in the air, do a trick to hit it back at her, and you can keep on going. There's like rainbow roads you can unlock. So like you're doing really good tricks, you get a big high score going. All of a sudden a new track pops up. It's a rainbow road. So like you will pop off of your track, jump onto that track, and you do this insane fucking cool rainbow road. This game could potentially be my game of the year. So we'll see. I still have 2 more Star Wars games coming out this year. We'll see how that goes. Star Fox is also there, but holy fuck if this game is just not doing it for me. This game is the business. This game is the truth. Like, it's, you guys check it out. I'm sure I just put a trailer up for you guys just now, but holy fuck if that game is not one of the best things I've ever played this year.
I'm very excited to play it.
It's so fucking good. Yeah. So fucking good.
Yeah, it's got an 88 on Metacritic right now, so
Dude,
everybody seems to be loving it.
Fucking good. Yeah, I was worried because like something with like Unbeatable, that rhythm game I had last year. I had that same type of feeling going into that game, and once it released, it really disappointed me on to what could get from it. But so far, Dead Attack is just hitting all the T's and dotting all the I's. It's been fantastic. And like Christian said, Avatar and Tokon. Been really enjoying Avatar. I love the combos you can pull off in there and the differences between all the characters. Korra right now is my main. We'll see how that changes. I thought it was gonna be Toph because I just love Toph from the show. But Korra is really cool, and the fact that you get to build and get your different elements as you're playing through the game is really fucking awesome, I think. And then I got Tokon. Tokon is really good. I'm worried that the combo system may be deterring me from that and push me more towards Avatar, because I'm a big Marvel guy, as you guys know. But I feel like that combo system, for some reason, leaves something to be desired. So we'll see how that goes. I'll still get it.
I felt better after I changed the buttons when I rearranged everything.
But it's still,
it felt a little.
It's still that combos leading into supers and stuff like that. I don't like.
That's
true. It's something that feels off to me on that one. So I'll still get it. Blade is incredible. I love Blade. Having a lot of fun with him. And also Shuri Black Panther. That was a very, very cool character they put in there, and I've been enjoying that a lot. So very curious to see how that goes and how they kind of evolve that game. But yeah, other than that, I think that's my week.
Alex? Oh yeah, I was gonna say Alex.
I was gonna ask Travis if you wanted to go. I can go. I don't think I have much, to be honest. I have been really just
retro shopping.
I did some retro shopping. I picked up some games.
Recently. Talk about your haul, dude, because I don't actually think you played anything. Yeah. So let's hear about what you picked up.
What'd you get?
What did I pick up? I picked up Star Ocean on PS3, the international version. So now like you have the option to switch back to the Japanese voice acting, and you can change some of the pictures and other stuff. So I grabbed that guy. I grabbed Darksiders 2.
Okay.
I thought about doing Darksiders 1. I've beaten Darksiders 1 a lot. So I was like, I don't know. I need to get that one. But I grabbed Darksiders 2. That is a future book club game, to be honest with you. I've wanted to do that one for a while.
I've wanted to do the whole series because there's so many.
Shit. Maybe I will pick up Darksiders.
If you do it, you might as well do the series.
Yeah, Darksiders 1's a nice, tight, quick story, so we could knock that one out super easy. 2 is a game that I've tried to finish a bunch of times, and I always get like somewhere between 40 and 80%, and just like other things pop up, and I just lose it. So I want to play that.
And you've never played 3, have you?
3 is the new one, right? With the woman, with
War or no, Strife.
No. Strife, yeah. I have not because it reviewed very poorly.
Yeah, but I know, but that's never stopped you before. But I just meant like
nope.
You play Assassin's Creed.
You're right. No, I have not. But with a new one coming out,
then there's a Diablo like that they did.
There is.
It's a prequel to 1, I believe.
Right. So maybe we'll do that because I picked up 2 because I knew it was going to be a book club game. But if we think it would be best to go through the series, then why not?
We've got all of them on Steam because I bought it.
Oh, you're right. Me too.
The whole series the other day.
Yeah,
the whole series was on sale for like $2, and I was like, well.
Sure.
Yeah, so I picked up the Death Edition of 2, which is like the holographic cover. It comes with all of its like extra stuff. So I'm super excited about. I actually have the player's guide to that one in the closet back there. I don't know why I've held on to it for years. So I actually have like
platinum the game.
Maybe, but way before that, way before we got into the platinum race, like from the original time I bought it, way back in the day.
I know.
Oh,
I'm saying I remember you saying I'm going to platinum this game.
Maybe, yeah. So that's why I've held on to it. So I have it back there, which I'm excited about. So I grabbed that, and then what was that? This one too. I brought Uncharted 3. Nice. Only to get home, because I knew I was missing one of the Uncharted's, only to get home to realize I actually already had Uncharted 3. I should have picked up 1, but I'm a big dumb. So now I have...
Brother, what? I've told you a million times, download the Game Eye app to track your collection now that you got one.
I know.
Because I have so many times before I finally scanned all of my games in there, that exact situation happened to me so many times where I was like, oh, that's how I ended up owning 3 copies of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, because I kept thinking, like, I would walk in somewhere and be like, I don't know if this is the one that I don't have or not. And then I would be like, well, it's $5, so I'm going to get it because this game's incredible anyway. And then I would get home and I go, yep, put it right next to the other. And I finally got rid of them all of my doubles. But yes, it's...
So
tale as old as time.
I did. The only good thing is, and I haven't said that, like, Darksiders was $4.90. Star Ocean was $9.98 or whatever. The Uncharted was the cheapest of all. It was $2.98.
Jesus.
So it was not a big deal. I'll get rid of it. I also picked up some other things the other day when I was out and about for work. I grabbed Xbox OG's Into the Matrix.
Yeah.
And I grabbed a super clean copy of Fable. And I did grab Return of the King.
Nice.
Actually. Okay. So OGs of that. And then there's one other game that I found. This was loose. Everything else was like complete in box, which was pretty cool, except the Xbox games. That's just in box. But I did grab a loose copy of the PS3 version of Eco Shadow of the Colossus Collection. Okay. For a great price. It was like $16. And when I was looking online, like, loose goes for about that, and then even like DK Oldies and other things, like loose is about that price, if not 20. Everything in box is like 40, and I was like, you know what, not bad. So I grabbed that guy because I know, Krisha, we've talked about making Eco and some of those games like book club games, and I'm like, that I haven't played Eco since the PS2.
We'll have to do all 3 Ueda games because they're some of my favorites. I know that the Last Guardian is going to be tough for some people, but
it's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be on the list, yeah.
So yeah, I grabbed all that stuff. Beyond that, though, yeah, I haven't had time to really dive into any more Assassin's Creed. I've played the game that we're going to talk about for our book club, and I maybe did a little bit more for the next playthrough because I've had a lot of stuff going on. So I've been trying to. Okay, just trying to make some progress.
I said.
Go ahead.
It's Preston. It's as soon as he said that, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I've been playing a little bit," and I was like, "Preston's gonna get you. He's gonna get you."
It's fine. To be fair, like, this is the bigger chunks, so like I don't mind as much you going forward, but like when we're talking about the game, I don't want you to have forward knowledge of like what's actually gonna happen beforehand, because then you're like, well, I'm like, don't stop, just stop.
No, I still have life stuff going on, and I was one of the reasons why it's been such a delay for this one. So I was like, let me go ahead and get ahead a bit, so that as life stuff continues to go on, it'll be a little bit easier for me, and I won't delay us like I did. Last thing, I also picked up a greatest hits version of Red Dead Redemption 1, which means it came with all of its DLC.
Sure.
So
and
it was
also
like
$8.
Undead Nightmare is really fun.
So yeah, man, I've had some pretty good luck recently with some inexpensive things. I did say this to
a little fold-out binder, like CD binder, for the loose copies for yourself.
I only have one, but I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna have to go find like an old school like CD.
No, dude, just no. Just go to just go to eBay. People sell reproduction cases for whatever game you have.
Oh, that's true.
And I got a copy. I had a copy of what was it? I think it was Killzone 3. Mm-hmm. And Killzone 3, the case that I got, and I didn't notice it when I bought it, but when I got it home, it was trashed, like cracked, and had a missing piece of plastic and everything. And I was like, fuck this. went on eBay, found people were doing reproduction cases for it. It was $1. It was more to ship it to me than it was that. It was so easy. I was
well,
like, yeah,
and you guys know me. I have repro cases for Majora's Mask and Donkey Kong, and I've bought some others for the old 64 loose games that I have. So yeah, it's a good idea. I didn't even think to do that, but I should definitely do that.
Sure.
So yeah, the only other thing I'll call out is I had a little mishap this week with the console. I finally got everything in my office hooked up, HDMI'd up, all ready to go. I was playing Fable on the switcher because before I was having to pull out a whole nother TV to play Fable, but now it's like on this TV and everything else on the Xbox, and it powered off, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And I went over and pressed the button, and nothing happens. From doing some sleuthing. I mean, there's no reason you should feel bad.
I know, it just sucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. So from doing some sleuthing, I think the time capacitor has gone out, which seems to be like the world's most common thing with that. And people are like, hey, buy the capacitors for like $30, a whole set if you want, and you can switch them. Some of the people were like, you can clean it with isopropyl alcohol and maybe just remove it, and then you'll be good. Others like, if you want to redo it, you can do it, but that's like soldering and stuff, which doesn't seem hard, but I've also never done it. So I think tomorrow I might pick up an Xbox 360 and for the backward compatibility, right? And I even have that's probably where I'll play BioShock. I have that BioShock Collector's Edition, the Infinite Edition, right down there, that I might even play on it. So like,
if you need a meetup, buddy, let me know. I'll make myself available to go with you.
It'll be dual purpose. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try and grab that, and then I might try and fix the Xbox because I can't break it worse. So
that's what I did. I pulled that shit apart. And I'm like, worst case scenario, if I break it, it's already not working. So who cares?
Right. So I think that's what I'm gonna do because I would like to get it working because Into the Matrix is actually the only thing I have that's not backward compatible with the 360.
So,
I forgot to finish looking that up.
So yeah, I looked at the list earlier. It's a massive list, but I think that's the only one. So yeah, that's where we are, and that's what we're looking at. So that's all I've done. That's my week. Travis, what about you?
So for me, to everyone's delight, I have beat Crimson Desert finally. I think it was, I want to say Christian and Preston was on when I actually beat the game.
We were.
And then like the day or two after that, I was like finishing up some loose ends and some side bosses that I wanted to fight. And I've honestly just been messing around and dabbling in other games. However, today I started looking up games that I want to try to finish by the end of 2026 to have our Game of the Year discussion. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna finish First Light, and then I think I'm gonna move to Christian. You'll have to tell me, what is that Disco Like Elysium game that's D&D and fantasy based that you played?
Esoteric Ebb.
Yes, Esoteric Ebb.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna move to that after I finish 007, and I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna look up a few others, but I'm just trying to get as many in. I think I'm actually gonna go back and play Resident Evil Requiem as well, because that'll be obviously a part of the conversation. So I think I'm gonna try to do that.
Add Densha to that list for sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Sometimes we will recommend you play games that we really like, so you can speak
towards
to
the end of the year. We're like, hey, if you can, at least touch these games before the end of the year. We'll usually say that to each other.
So as much time as I spent in Crimson Desert, I expect you all to boot it up and try it out. Is that what I'm going to hear?
I'll give it a dabble. I'll give it a little. Hey there, how you doing?
Yeah. So obviously, Christian mentioned that we watched the Avatar movie. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it. Metacritic had it at like a 60 something, which not really sure why. But
I think fans are being weird about it. Aang, the last Aang.
I also
Airbender,
think
right? That's what it's called.
Avatar Aang, the Last Airbender. Okay. Yeah.
Those versions of those words somewhere.
Yeah. It may help that I went into it blind, not knowing anything about the franchise. I did pause the movie right at the beginning and I had Christian give Alex and I a download dump on the lore of the movie so before we started.
To give you something, okay.
A little bit, yeah. So realizing that the events take place at a certain period of time, like all that stuff was very good going into it. But Dave Bautista plays a certain character in this movie. I thought he did really well.
Nice.
the artwork was incredible. The
Yeah.
special, like
The art in that
like
show is
the
incredible. I'm sure the movie's even better.
yeah, like the powers and abilities, and just seeing some of like the huge zeppelins and stuff like that. It was just really cool. It and then Christian, because I think Alex and I were under the same impression that we assumed there were hundreds of episodes out of Airbender,
No,
kind of like
it's only
One
a couple
Piece and some of the
seasons.
other.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Korra too, but yeah.
Yeah, and to my delight, there's not. So I think I'm
Yeah.
actually going to start
You
that.
should.
So I'm pretty excited about.
Especially if you like the
yeah,
movie,
so
man. Like it's that show is incredible. Like I went into that show like be like, okay, it'd be a fun like little, like Western anime, like American anime, but like that shit is the realness. Like it's incredibly well done. Like it's probably the best thing Nickelodeon has ever done, like outside of like our childhood. So
And if you want to
So is that
see if you want to go then watch the movie it's based off of, you can watch the Last Airbender live action movie
Nope.
with M. Night Shyamalan, and
that's
you
one of
know.
the few movies I fell asleep during the theater for.
Does that guy? No, that doesn't. That's not the one that has the guy from Breaking Bad in it, right? That's not it. That's
Bryan
something with
Cranston?
something else. No, the guy's the younger guy that he is his
Aaron
co-star.
Paul.
I can't
No.
remember.
Aaron Paul.
Yeah,
no.
he's not in that. Okay,
No.
I don't know why I thought that.
He's definitely
Yeah.
It would be funny though if he's just
it would be
running around being
hilarious
like,
if he was in that.
"What's up, bitch?"
What's up, dog?
Yeah. On a side note, had some crazy events happen. My dog got bit by a copperhead. Had to take my dog. Yeah, I had my dog take her to the ER. I also had to kill my first snake, which I normally wouldn't have done, right? Like if I see something out in the wild, like it is what it is. Like it can go live its life as long as it doesn't bother me. But the fact it bit my dog, I had to kill it because I had to.
It.
Well, I had to avenge it, but I also needed to fully identify what kind of snake it was.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
also, like, tons of people walk their dogs in that same yard that we go to. So I was like, I don't want somebody else to get it. But she's doing fine. She came in obviously just a few minutes ago, but she's the swelling in her snout has went down. It's almost back to normal, which is good. Outside of that, I'm trying to think. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I may have, but I feel like it's been so long since we recorded for some time, even though I don't really think it has, but I finally picked up the game. What is it, Preston? Hot Take? No, that's not right. Not Hot Take. It's Hot something. It is a callback to the old school games on like Sega and Super Nintendo called like Jungle Strike and Desert Strike, where it's like a top-down helicopter. You're going into different camps and stuff. I started that. Perfect for handheld. It's fun. The story is kind of it's funny so far because you start off like you're on an actual mission, like during like a war.
Cleared hot.
And it has cleared hot. That's what it is. And there's this very Tom Cruise moment where you're trying to be a hero, even though they tell you to return to base, and then you end up getting shot down. And then it jumps like 30 years later, and you're basically just like using this helicopter to clear out stuff in a junkyard. And I haven't got fully into the story yet, but it's pretty ridiculous so far. But it's been
Where
been
did you
pretty
pick
good.
that up? Is that on Steam?
Yeah,
it's family sharing, but it's fun. It's kind of a dual stick shooter, but you can also drop your winch down to pick up ammo and cars and people and all kinds of stuff. It's
There was a game back in the day I played like that, and I don't remember what it is called.
It was
now,
probably
but
Jungle Strike or Desert Strike. They
it
were
might
pretty
have been
popular.
Jungle Strike. Yeah.
But my dad and I used to play a ton of those games. So like as soon as I saw that, and even though it's early access, it's still good. It's very kind of 80s nostalgic themed and kind of like I feel like it kind of goes after those like 80s action, like Iron Eagle, like that type of like vibe. So it's pretty good. Outside of that, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, Christian, you also didn't mention this. Christian and I picked up some Magic cards and we ripped some packs.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He picked up a few random boosters. I think you got some Final Fantasy, some Lord of the Rings, and I think you picked up a couple Airbender ones, right?
I did. Yep.
Yeah. And then I picked up a team up pack of because I've really been eyeballing the Ninja Turtle cards. Like I didn't want to go down a huge a huge like rabbit hole and like buy everything that's out. But I found the team up pack, which has a 60 card deck for each turtle. So there it comes with 4 decks, and then it comes with 1 enemy deck, and it technically is set up to do 2 to 4 player co-op where you're fighting the enemies. Like everybody is
That's
fighting
cool.
against the enemies, which is pretty cool. You could still technically play against each other if you're playing standard Magic because they are 60 card decks. But to my surprise, it also came with 4 boosters, which I wasn't expecting. So I ripped some packs, and I think out of the 4 packs, I pulled 3 mythics, I think, and then
yeah.
some uncommons. But got some pretty sweet Ronin, last Ronin cards. I got 2 of them, so I was pretty happy about that. It's kind of giving me the itch that I want to go play and not buy. I want to play, not buy.
You know what you should do? You should read
What?
The Last Ronin.
Why do you assume that I haven't read The Last Ronin?
Because you haven't mentioned that you read The Last Ronin.
Well, do you want me to mention now? I have not read The Last Ronin. That's a good recommendation.
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
See, I could have lied and just got myself out of
Jesus
it. But
Christ.
Do you
You
know
should
who
have
The Last
lied
Ronin
because
is? Yeah, no, you don't.
no, I do. Yeah. It's a very dark and sad
Spoilies.
story.
I'll tell you who he
Don't
is.
spoil it.
Yeah, okay.
No, I know it's dark and it's sad, but I do want to read it. Is it 2 books or 1?
It
'Cause I thought
is.
did they come out with
2
a second
books, but
part?
yeah, they have like a Lost Years kind of thing. So they did some like spin-offs with Last Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Which I was talking to Christian about this yesterday. Like, if Team Ninja does this Last Ronin game right, like we
We'll
agree
see.
it'll be a
Not
slam
hold my
dunk.
breath.
We'll see.
There are games
Dude,
that
No,
that-
no.
they did a good job on the newest Ninja Gaiden game with them in Platinum, and so that's the same exact team in Platinum that's doing the Last Ronin game. So I have faith in it.
Now, are you more so concerned, Preston, that it just won't come out or that it won't
Yes.
be good?
will come out.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, nah, I
Studios
understand
closing
that
left and right. Blaze probably never going to come out.
then. Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
dirtied before, man. Star Wars 13, like you
It's
give me like
also-
a handful of games that I've been like, I'm excited for it. Like it's never coming out. I'm like, well then don't tell me
Yeah.
about the fucking game.
It's also
Yeah.
the second studio to have it because it was canceled the first time.
Yeah. And all we had was a vibe trailer. It wasn't like an actual gameplay or anything trailer. So I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. And then the last three things real quick. So we also hung out in Discord and watched
You do that.
the 90s Street Fighter movie.
Oh,
And
hell
we
yeah, we
also
did.
watched
We
the
did.
90s, and then we
Mortal
also watched the
Kombat.
90s Mortal
Back
Kombat
to
1.
back.
And
Back
And I
to
will say-
back.
Mortal Kombat 1 is far superior
Of
to
course.
Street
Of
Fighter
course.
for sure.
Yeah. It's one of the best video game
It holds
movies
up today.
ever.
It's so good.
Is it?
Yeah. You got a better one for me?
It's-
I mean, Super Mario
I
Bros. Come on now.
could probably think of all the ones that have been done. There were probably better ones. I'm not gonna say
Can't you think of them right now
it's
though?
bet. All of the
Jeez.
Jesus, Preston.
Can you think of any
right
right
off the
now?
top
It's
Said
better.
Super
that
Super
are better
Mario
than
Bros.
that?
is pretty good.
The
John
animated?
One of-
Leguizamo, come on now.
Oh no,
No,
the
the
live
live
action
action,
is
bro.
it's fun, but it's not good.
The anime ones are definitely better
Sure.
than
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But,
The
and then-
newer Tomb Raider would be better than that. Not the Angelina
I'm
Jolie
trying-
Tomb Raider, it's the other Tomb Raider.
I haven't watched that.
Ah,
yet.
gotcha.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
that would be better.
I think I
I
watched the
can't
first one.
remember her
It's alright.
name. Alicia Vikander, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that.
It
Yeah.
was fine.
Anyways,
Mortal Kombat's better.
I'm not gonna
last
say it
thing
was.
that I-
It wasn't great by any means,
No,
but
but
it was
Mortal Kombat's
better than
better.
the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we've been doing some TGIF TV watching. We've started to watch Step by Step, and then we will be moving on to
Okay.
probably either Full House or
Full House, fam.
maybe Family Matters, because I love that show too.
Mm.
But today because I forgot I'm 2 seasons behind on Invincible, so I started season 3 today, and I think I'm about halfway in already. So it's been okay. So
If you're looking for a good new
Uh,
TGIF, I don't know if this falls in that category, but Bernie Mac show is really good. Bernie Mac show holds up. Every
Oh,
once in a while,
Bernie
Mac
show
every once
is
in a while, I'll
very
toss that
good.
up. Just be like, I haven't watched this in a while. Like, god damn, this fucking show still holds up.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac show.
yeah, that's really good. And then I actually really like Everyone Hates Chris, the Chris Rock
Oh, I haven't
show.
watched that one.
It's not as old as the Bernie Mac show, but it's pretty
Mhm.
good. It's about his childhood.
Yeah,
But
I know that.
Terry Crews plays his dad. That's pretty
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Yeah. And
Also,
I've
Preston, all of the Sonic movies are way better.
They're fine. I don't want to say better than Mortal Kombat though.
Are you serious right
Yes.
now?
Jim
The new
Carrey,
James-
Yeah, Jim Carrey and
Are you
the
ki-
voice actor for Sonic is the only good parts. About those
You
movies.
are dying on the dumbest hill. That movie,
I'll
that
do it.
90s Mortal
I'll do it.
Kombat
Mortal
is
Kombat's better than
not
Sonic.
better. No, it
Yes.
isn't. Oh my god.
Hot take
it's not.
episode. Next hot take episode. Let's do
No,
it.
yeah, you'll lose that. It's not even a hot take. It's not bad. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Moving on.
But out.
I mean,
but out.
Mortal Kombat 1 is a very good movie.
Very good movie.
I'm not saying it's bad, but he's
I
like
did
probably
not
the
saying
beta.
Sonic is bad.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah, stop yelling at us.
But outside.
No,
of
I'm
that,
gonna yell at you. You deserve it because you were like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat's better than." No,
better than-
you're just wrong.
No.
You're just
And
wrong.
sure not.
And then the last thing that I'll mention.
It's not even better than the new
is-
Mortal Kombat movies, Preston.
Alex, I will kill
It
you.
is.
No, it's
Um,
not.
Is my wife and I, along with Alex and Allie, are planning a trip to hopefully come to Chicago in October
Hell
to see
yeah.
Christian and Preston. So
Down
that is
for it.
something we're working on. Yeah. I mean, we won't be able to go to a Savannah Bananas game or anything, but we can do
Oh
something.
yeah, I did do that today.
You did do that.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yes, I did go to a Savannah Banana game. It was fun. Wrigley was sold out. It was crazy.
I
It
bet.
was packed.
People love that shit.
Yeah.
I told
Did you drive? Did you drive down there, or how'd you get there? Because I'm sure it was crazy.
I didn't. I took the train. I took the L train down from down to there.
You're telling me that you took the train.
I did.
That's
I took
That's
the
incredible.
train.
That's incredible,
Thank
dude. I'm
you.
so proud of you.
Inside jokes.
Anyways,
I appreciate it, man.
Nah,
yeah. Anyways, that's all. That's my week. That's my
Okay.
week. That's all I've been up to.
that's the week.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it sounds like we actually did have a. It sounds like we did have a hot take that happened. Here
we can
at
talk
the
about it
tail
later.
end.
It's been a long episode.
Oh my god! yeah, we're
I'm
almost
just
an
saying
hour and a half in our weekly
if we're
prologue.
just doing movies, it's not even better than the newest Mortal Kombat. Not bad. But if you're gonna bring in other,
Wait,
there are,
wait,
parts,
wait.
there are
Wait.
parts of the new Mortal Kombat that are good, but the overall movie together. The
what hot
first Mortal
take are
Kombat-
you
wait, wait.
talking about?
I'm confused. I just need
I
to come
think
in.
he's talking about Final Fantasy 9 and 10. I think is what he's.
Oh.
No. I was talking about the movies, but I'm saying that my confusion. I'm just double checking here. Did you say that original Mortal Kombat 1
It's not as good
Is
as the new ones with
worse.
the MMA fighter.
than the new MMA Fighter 1?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Not the first one, the one that just came out.
Oh,
the new.
to be
Oh,
fair,
I haven't
I
seen
have
that
not
one.
the
seen that
new
one. To be
new
fair.
one.
Okay, okay.
I have
That's what
not
I'm
seen that
saying.
one.
The Mortal Kombat 1 is not even better than the new one.
I have not seen
Right?
that one
Okay.
yet.
So, but that's just if you're talking
Opinions are-
movies. Like there are other movies better, but
Go
if you're
for
gonna
it.
talk like all video game adaptations,
Movies, not shows. Movies.
Okay, I was gonna say because even
La-
the shows,
Yeah,
like
Last of Us is very good.
Last,
And,
Like, yeah, yeah.
and Fallout.
We're not talking shows.
Fallout is great.
That's
Last
not
of Us is great.
fair.
Arcane is
You're talking
great.
Hours
So like,
of content. We're talking a movie.
it's not better than the Sonic movies. It's just not. We don't have to get
That's
into
just
it.
your
I'm saying
opinion. We're not gonna go ahead and
No,
fight
it's
about
not
this.
my opinion. It's everyone's opinion.
No, it's not, 'cause it's not my
everyone's
fucking
It's
opinion.
box office opinion. It's review
It's not
opinion.
everyone's opinion.
It's everyone's
this person's
opinion.
says no.
Literally
I
everyone.
like those movies.
How about
They're
that?
not better than Mortal Kombat.
You know what? How about we ask the audience to leave
I
us
think
a
this
question?
qualifies
Yeah,
as
if you
a hot
made
take
it
for
this
this
far,
episode.
comment down below.
Yeah.
Is Mortal Kombat better than fucking
Yeah.
Sonic as far as movies? 'Cause
No,
I'll tell
no,
you
no, no.
this.
Not even better than Sonic. Maybe you have another video game movie.
Sure.
He said it's the best video game movie was what he said.
Top of my head, yeah. I'll give you that.
That's an asinine. A 1991.
You
Mortal
haven't told me
Kombat
one movie that's better
movie.
outside of Sonic.
I just told you three
Outside
of
of
them.
Sonic.
Just.
And I didn't watch the new Mortal Kombat.
Alex is so bothered by this.
Oh.
We need to
Dude,
move on. Otherwise,
Alex,
it's going to be a 2-hour episode.
actually, I was scared. Alex, I thought he was going to pass out for a second. I saw actual
vein in his
rage
forehead, dude.
The
boil
vein?
up inside him.
That vein in his forehead, dude. I see
We have
it.
another episode to record.
Yeah.
Let's go to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us today. Leave your comments below, I guess. Anyway, don't forget to check in with Preston with his Star Wars Sundays. We'll be back at you with that. And then later this week, we're finally back with part 2 of our video game book club, Final Fantasy 13. And with that, Preston, you know what to do.
More comments better. Hit it. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod, leave a comment on YouTube, or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.